So guys, first of all, in this session I will show you how we can set up the environment for the development of our AI assistant. So first of all, you need to go to this website, which is python.org, and you need to download the Python in your system and install it. So you can get the Python latest version, or you can use any other version of Python, but I will recommend you to use Python 3.6.10, which I will be using throughout this series of videos. And after downloading and installing this, you can go here and download for your appropriate operating system. And after downloading and installing this, we also need another piece of software, which is Visual Studio Code. So it is an open source IDE from the Microsoft, and you can go and download it for free. You can use any other IDE as well, like Sublime Text or PyCharm, but I will recommend you to use this Visual Studio Code throughout this course, and I will be using this only. So you can go and download both of these piece of software, and after installing both of these software, you can open this Visual Studio Code, and I have already created a file named jarvis.py for our AI assistant. So after installing this both softwares, you will get a terminal like this. So if you type Python here, so it will open the Python shell. So as you can see, I'm using Python 3.6.2, and I will be using this throughout the course. So please make sure you download this version of the Python on your system, and also download the Visual Studio Code. So in the next video, we will try to install some dependencies for our AI assistant. So let's move to the next video. So many of you guys are getting error while installing Python and VS Code. So for that, I'm making this video. So in this video, we are going to set up the Python as well as the VS Code on our system. You will get the downloadable exe file of the Python in the resources section, and I will be adding a link to the VS Code in the description of this video, so you can go there and download it from there. So after downloading both of these software, we are going to install it on our system. So first of all, we will click on the exe file of Python, and after that this thing will pop up. So we are going to first of all select this add Python 3.6 to path, and so after that we are going to click on the customize installation, and you can see we are redirected to this page. So it has already selected all these things, so we will be keeping this thing, and we will click on next. And after coming to this page, we are going to click on install for all users, and we are going to click on install. So you can see which all things are selected. So you need to select all these things and click on install. So it will install the Python on our system and also set the path for Python on our system. So let it install it on our system, and after it has installed successfully, we are going to open our command prompt and type Python over it, so we can check whether Python is working or not. So as you guys can see, it has successfully installed the Python on our system. So we are going to just click on close, and we are going to search CMD in the start menu, and we are going to open the command prompt, and we will type Python over here. So as you can see, it has opened the Python shell on our system. So we have successfully installed Python on our system. So let's just also check for the pip command if it is working or not. So if we type pip, so it should give such output. So as you can see, it has successfully installed the pip as well. So now what we'll do is we will install the VS Code IDE on our system. So we will click on the exe file of the VS Code, and we are going to do OK, and after that it will open this page for us. So we will click on I accept the agreement, and we are going to click on next, and we are going to again click on next, and we are going to click on next. We are going to select this create a desktop icon, and again we are going to click on next, install. So it will install the VS Code IDE on our system. Once the installation is finished, so we are going to open the IDE and set up the Python in the IDE as well. So as you can see, it has successfully installed the VS Code IDE on our system. So we are going to click on finish and launch. So it will open the VS Code IDE for us. So here is the welcome page of this IDE. So we are going to click on new file, and we are going to first of all click Ctrl+S to save this file, and we are going to name it as jarvis.py, and the type will be all, and we are going to save it. So we have now successfully created the Python file. So now what we are going to do is we are going to click on this icon, which is extensions, and we are going to go onto this extensions icon, and after going to this icon we are going to see this marketplace where we can install different kinds of extension for our VS Code. So if we are going to work with Python, so we are going to just click on this first extension, which is Python extension, and we are going to just click on install. So it will install the Python extension on our VS Code, using which we can work with Python code. Or if you don't get this Python at first, so you can also search here Python, so you will get the first link for this Python extension which we are going to use. So once it is finished installed, so we can see the Python version which will be available here. So it has successfully installed the Python extension on our VS Code. So as you can see, we can see the Python version here. So if you have multiple Python versions, so you can click on here and select the Python version 3.6, which will be available in the resources section. So you can install that version as well. You can use multiple version of Python with this VS Code IDE. So if you want to change the version, so you can click on here and you can select the multiple version of Python. So we have only one version right now, but if you have already installed Python on your system, so you can select from the multiple Python option, and you need to select the Python 3.6 from there. So that was it for this video. So let's move to the next session of this course. So from now this session we will start making the AI assistant for you. So first of all, we need to install this package named pyttsx3 on our system. So for that we need to use a pip command to install that on our system. So for that I will use pip. So I will open my terminal and type pip install pyttsx3, and it will install the pyttsx3 module on my system. So it is already installed on my system, and it will help us to convert the text to voice from our assistant. So I have already installed on my system, and you can use this command to install it on your system as well. So first of all, we will import this library. So I will type import pyttsx3, and I will add a comment here. So you can use this command to install it on your system. And after that, we will first of all create a variable named engine. So I will type engine equals to pyttsx3 dot init. So it will call the initial function of the pyttsx3 module, and in that there is a so we will type engine dot say. So it is a predefined function, so it will convert the text inside this save function into speech. So first of all, I will type here hello world, and if I will save this and add another line which is engine dot run await, so it will wait till it is finished speaking. So I will save this file, and if I will try to run this, so it should say hello world.
Hello world.
So as you guys can see, it is able to speak whatever we pass here. So let me just try to change the text from here. So we will add this is Jarvis, and if I will save it and run it, so it should tell us this is Jarvis.
This is Jarvis.
So as you guys can see, we are successfully able to get the text to speech using the PyTTX SX3 module up and running. So in the next video, we will try to create a function using which we will call this text to speech thing into our program. So let's move to the next session of this video. So now in the previous video, as you have seen, we are successfully able to convert the text to speech. So let me just try to run this thing and show you.
This is Jarvis.
So as you can see, it is able to speak this text. So now what we'll do is we will create an function. Using that function, we will try to call this dot say engine dot say. So let me just try to create a function that we will name as speak, and in that function we will pass a variable which we will call it as audio. So we'll pass it whatever we want to convert to audio, so we will pass that thing in this function. So after that, I will just cut these two lines from here and just paste it in the function, and after that I will remove this part from the engine.say and pass the audio here, and after that we can call this function and it should speak whatever we pass in that speak function. So let me just try to call that function and pass some string in it. So we will pass this is Jarvis AI assistant. Okay, so let me just try to save it and let's just try to run it. So it should speak this text inside this speak function. So let me just try to save it and run it.
This is Jarvis AI assistant.
So as you can see, it is able to speak using this speak function. So in the next videos, we are going to try to get the date and time using the pre-built function in Python, which is datetime module. So let's move to the next session of this course. So in this section, guys, we are going to create an function that will get us the current time using the built-in datetime module in Python. So in the previous part of this course, you have already seen how we can create this function that will convert the text to speech. So let me just try to show you this output of this program.
This is Jarvis AI assistant.
So as you can see, we have created this in the previous part of this course. So let me just try to remove this thing from here, and first of all we will import the datetime library. So I will type import datetime, and we will create a function for getting the time for us. So we will create a function time, and we will create a variable named time. So I will name it as time equals to date time dot date time dot now. So it will give us the current date time, and after that we will do dot str. So we will convert it to str. We will convert it into str, and after that we will pass a format in here. So let me just add the format. So here is the format. So using this format we will get the first parameter as hour, then we will get the minutes, and after that we will get the seconds. So after getting this thing, we need our Jarvis assistant to speak this time. So we will call the speak function, and in that we will pass the time variable. So it will get us the time using the previous function which we made. So let me just try to call this function at the end of this program, and it should give us the current time using the Jarvis AI assistant. So let me just save this program and try to run it.
7 hours 47 minutes and 49 seconds.
So as you guys can see, it is able to give us the current time. So in the next session we will try to get the date using this date time function. So let's move in the next video. So in the previous video we have created successfully this function which can get us the time. So let me just try to run this program and show you the output.
7 hours 48 minutes and 46 seconds.
So as you can see, we are successfully able to get the time using the Jarvis AI assistant. So in this video we are going to get the date using the date time module. So let me just remove this function call from here, and let's just create another function for the date. So I will create def date, and in here we need to create variables for getting the hour, month and date. So for that I will create a variable year. First of all we will try to get the current year. So I will create a year variable, and in it I will add date time dot date time, and we want to get dot now. So it will return the current date time, and we will do dot year. So it will return us the current year, and we want all these things in the integer format. So we will typecast all these things. So I will wrap it into brackets and give it as int. So it will convert the year into integer format. So let me just try to copy this for the month and day. So we will do the same for the month, and we will change the variable name to month, and we want to get the current date. So for that I'll change the dot year to dot day, and after that we need to just so after this we just need to call the speak function, and it will speak. First of all we want the date, current date. So we'll pass the date variable in the speak function, and I will just copy it, and after that I want it to say the current month, and at last it should tell us the year. So I will pass the year variable in the speak function, and at the end of the program I will just call the date function. So now let me just save it, and let's try to run it. So it should give us the current date, month and year. So let me just try to run it for you.
14/5/2020.
So guys, we are successfully able to get the date using the function to our Jarvis AI assistant. So in the next video we will try to create a greeting function for us. So the function will greet us whenever we start this AI assistant, and it will update us about the time and date. and if we want to add some other features, so we can also add that things into that. So let's move into the next video. So in the previous video, we have created this date function which can get us the current date, month and year. So let me just try to show you the output of this thing. So let me just try to run it.
14/5/2020.
So as you guys can see, it is successfully able to get the date, and now in this video we will try to create a wish me function or a greeting function that will greet us whenever we start this AI assistant. So for that, I will just remove this function call from here, and we will create another function. We will name it as wish me. So after that, we will call the speak function, and in the speak function we will pass a string that will be welcome back sir. And after that, we want our AI assistant to tell us the current time and the current date. So we will call the speak function again, and we want our AI assistant to tell us that the current time is, and it should speak the time. So for that, I will call the time function which we created previously, and after that it should speak the date. So I will again call the speak function, and in that I will give it a string that will be the current date is, and we also need to add a time here in this string. And after that we will just call the date function, and it should give us the current date. And at the end of this program, what I will do is I will call this, or I should also add another speak function here. So we will pass a string inside this function, and that will be Jarvis at your service. Please tell me how can I help you. So our Jarvis AI assistant will ask us this thing, and in the end of this program I will call the wish me function. So now what this code will do is, first of all it will speak welcome back sir, and it will speak the current time is, and it will give us the current time. And after that it will speak the current date is, and it will return us the current date. And after that it should speak Jarvis at your service, please tell me how can I help you. So let me just try to save the program and run it. So let's see the output of this thing.
Welcome back, sir. The current time is 7 hours 56 minutes and 21 seconds. The current date is 14/5/2020. Jarvis at your service. Please tell me how can I help you.
So guys, as you can see, we have successfully created this wish me function. So in the next video we will try to add some more features into it, like it should able to detect what time is it, like it is morning, evening, noon. So it will accordingly greet us with that. So if it is morning, so it should say good morning sir. If it is afternoon, so it should say good afternoon sir, and so on. So let's move to the next video. So in the previous video, we have created this wish me function using our Jarvis AI assistant, and it is able to like give us the current time and date. So let me just try to run this thing for you and show you the output of it.
Welcome back, sir. The current time is 7 hours 58 minutes and 1 second. The current date is 14/5/2020. Jarvis at your service. Please tell me how can I help you.
So now in this video, what we will try to do is like we want to add the greeting for the day for, Example, if it is morning, so the Jarvis AI assistant should greet us with good morning, and if it is afternoon, so it should uh, tell us good afternoon, and so on. So for that, first of all, we need to create another variable. So we will name it as hour. So using this hour variable, we will try to check what time is it using a if else statement, and we will try to check what time is it and give the appropriate wishing to the user. So for that, I will do hour. I will create a variable hour, and in that I will do date time dot date time dot now dot hour dot now and dot hour. So it will give us the current hour, and after that we will add some if else statement here. So I will add if hour is greater than equals to 6, means after 6 a.m., and at the same time it should be less than 12, so it means less than 12 noon. So after that, if this time is on, so we want to greet the user with good morning. So we will call the speak function, and we will pass a string that will be good morning sir, and we will add an elif statement for checking the same thing for the noon. So I will add an elif statement, and I will again check with the same hour variable. If it is less than equals to 12, means 12 p.m., and it is less than 18, which is 6 p.m. So if the time is between this time frame, so we will call the speak function and tell the user good afternoon. So, and we will check the same for the evening. So I will add another elif statement, and we will again check with the hour variable. So this time it should be less than equals to 18, and we also need to add hour in here also, because what we need to check with the hour variable only, so we need to add the hour here as well. So we will add hour is less than 24, which is 12 a.m. So in here we will add the speak function again, and we will pass good evening. So, and we will add an else statement, and we will add a speak function again, and in that speak function we will give good night. So if it is the time is between the 9:12 a.m. and 6 a.m., so it is said good night. So, and that's it. So it should work now. So let's just try to save these changes and try to run this thing and see the output of this thing.
Welcome back, sir. The current time is 8 hours 2 minutes and 41 seconds. The current date is 14/5/2020. Good evening, sir. Jarvis at your service. Please tell me, how can I help you?
As you can see, it is successfully able to greet us with good evening, and currently the time is 8 p.m. So our greeting function is working perfectly. So let's move to the next session of this course and try to see what is coming up next. So in the previous part of this course, we have successfully created this wish me function. So what this function does is, like, it welcomes the user and tell us the current time, date, and wish us according to the daytime. Like if it is morning, evening, afternoon, so it will accordingly greet us. So let me just try to call this function in the end of the program and show you the output of it.
Welcome back, sir. The current time is 8 hours 42 minutes and 37 seconds. The current date is 14/5/2020. Good evening, sir. Jarvis at your service. Please tell me, how can I help you?
So as you can see, we are successfully able to make this greet function. So now from this part of the course, we will try to get the command from the user. So for that, we need to install a library which is called speech recognition. So I will just paste the command here, so which is pip install speech recognition, and I will hit enter. So it will install it on my system. So it will help us to recognize voice through our microphone. And let me just give it through our microphone. And for your kind information, it requires continuous internet connection for recognizing the voice. It uses internet for recognition. So please note that you are connected to internet. So let me just import this library. So I will type import speech recognition as SR. So we will create a variable for that, and I will add the command here. So you can use this command to install the library for you, and we will create another function which will be take command. So using this take command function, we will take the command from the user. So in the take command function, first of all, we will create another variable r, which will be equals to sr.recognize. So we are initializing the recognizer in the r variable, and after that we need to use width, and we want to get the input from our user through the microphone. So for that we will type sr.microphone. It is a function, and we will do as source, so it will be our source for the input. And so, and in here we need to print listening, so we can get this on the terminal, so we can see if it is listening for our commands or not. So after that, we want to do r.pause threshold, and we will put it as 1. So it will wait for 1 second, and then it will listen the audio. So whenever we start the program, so it will wait for 1 second, and after that it will start listening to the audio. So after putting the threshold, we will do audio equals to r.listen source. So it will listen to our microphone, as we have mentioned that with sr.microphone as source. So here is the variable source, so we are passing the source variable in the listen function, r.listen function. And after that we need to add a try except block. So we will do try print. If we are getting the input through the microphone and it is successfully able to recognize the voice, so we will first of all try to recognize the thing. So we will type recognizing. So all these things will be printed on our terminal, so we can see if our program is working or not. So it will, after we give it the input through the listen function, it will try to recognize it, and we will create another variable which will be query. So whatever we will give it the input, so we will get it in this variable. So whatever it recognizes, it will go into this variable which is query. So we will do r.recognize Google. So we are going to use Google for recognizing this thing. And first of all, we will pass the audio. So as you can see, we are getting this the voice from the microphone in this audio variable. So we are passing this audio variable whatever we said, and we will set the language of this to English. So let me just type en-in, so it will be English India. So after that we will print whatever we said. So we want this thing to be printed on here. So we want to print the query. So that's it for this, and we will create an exception. So if any error occurs or if it is not unable to recognize this thing, so we will do exception as e, and in here what we will do is print the exception what we are getting, and that's it for now. So let me just try to add another thing, which is we want if this thing works in the try block, so we want to return the query. So we will be returning the query. So we can use this query in our program whenever we need. For example, we want to give it a command to turn on lights or do a specific thing like send email and all that things. So we need this query in for the program which we are going to code. So we are going to return this query, and if it gets exception, so we are going to return nothing. So we are going to return none. And we can also add call our speak function here. So if our AI assistant is unable to recognize the command which we said, so we can add say that again please. So it will ask us to say that thing again. So let me just try to save this program, and in the end of this program I will call the take command function. So let me just try to call this function and save it, and let's just try to run this thing and see if it is able to get the. Also we need to add a comma here between these two things, so it will not give us any error. So now let's just try to run this thing and see if it is able to recognize our voice or not. So let me just save it and run it. Hello, this is test. So as you can see, it is able to recognize our voice and give us the output, that is hello, this is test. So it requires an internet connection for recognizing these things. So in the next videos we are going to use this query which we are getting through this take command function and try to perform some operations on our Jarvis AI assistant, like sending emails, and many more things are coming up. So stay tuned with the course. So let's move to the next section of this course. So in the previous session, we have already created this take command function. Using this take command function, we can take the input from the user and we can recognize it using the speech recognition module. So let me just try to show you how this thing works. So let me just try to run this program and show you the output of it. Hello, this is Jarvis. So as you guys can see, it is able to detect our voice and recognize it. So it is successfully recognized our voice, what we said. So I said hello, this is Jarvis, so it has recognized it. So in this video we will try to create a main function, and in that main function we will create a while loop, and in that while loop we will try to call the functions which we created previously. So let's just move on to the main function. So I will just remove this line from here, this function call, and I will create an if underscore main, and I will use this main function. And in this main function, first of all, we need to call the wish me function. So whenever we will start our AI assistant, so using this wish me function, I will automatically wish us. So I will call first of all the wish me function, and we want this wish me function to only run once when we start our program. So our next step will be we will create an while loop. So we will create a while, and we will set is we will set the while loop to true, and it will be always true. And if it is true, then we will get the query. We will get the query we will create a query variable, and in this query variable we will call the take command function, and we will do dot lower. So it will convert the text which we are getting through the take command function into lowercase. So if we are trying to compare this string with our if else statement, so we can easily do it with the lowercase. And if the string is recognized in uppercase, so we will be not able to do the comparison. So for that we are doing this in the lowercase. And after that, first of all we will create two if else statement, which will be first we will create an if statement. In that if statement we will pass a string that will be time. So if our command contains time word in it, so we will do time in query. So if the query contains time string, so we want to call the time function which we created previously, and we'll call the time function here. And also I have made two changes here, so let me just try to show you that. So we want to make two changes here. So we want this time, the time is, we want to move it into the function itself. So I will just move it here. So first of all, whenever we call the time function, it will say the current time is, then it will say the time. And also we need to remove this line which is the current date is. We will put it in the date function itself. So it will speak the current date is, then it will show us the date. So let me just move back to the main function, and we will call the time function if the string which we said contains time word in it, so it will call the time function. And if we will create an elif statement. In the elif statement we will add date. So if our query or whatever we said contains date in it, so we will call the date function. So it will give us the current date. And using such pattern we can create many other commands for our AI assistant, like if you want to send emails and if you want to do some other stuff, so we can easily add some more elif statements, and using this we can easily create our AI assistant with many other commands. So let me just try to save it and run it for you. So we will try to use these two commands which we just created, the time and the date. So let me just try to run it.
Welcome back, sir. The current time is 8 hours 4 minutes and 30 seconds. The current date is 15/5/2020. Good evening, sir. Jarvis at your service. Please tell me, how can I help you?
Jarvis, what is the time?
The current time is 8 hours 4 minutes and 50 seconds.
Jarvis, what is the date?
The current date is 15/5/2020.
So as you guys can see, it is able to give return us the time and the date function successfully. We will also create another function, or we can say elif statement here. So we will create an elif statement, and in here we will give it a string as offline, and it should quit the program if our string contains go offline, our query contains go offline. So our Jarvis assistant should quit the program. So we will call the quit function here, so it will quit our program. So let me just try to save it, and once again we will try to run this thing and test it. So let me just try to run it.
Welcome back, sir. The current time is 8 hours 5 minutes and 57 seconds. The current date is 15/5/2020. Good evening, sir. Jarvis at your service. Please tell me, how can I help you?
Jarvis, what is the current time?
The current time is 8 hours 6 minutes and 18 seconds.
Jarvis, what is the date right now?
The current date is 15/5/2020.
Jarvis, go offline. So as you guys can see, it is able to quit our program as well. So that was it for this session. In the next session we will try to send emails using the Jarvis AI assistant. So let's move to the next session. So in the previous session we have created this main function, and using this main function we are calling this two functions which we created previously, so which are time and date function, and also we added another functionality of quitting the program. So let me just show you the output of this what we made in the previous session.
Welcome back, sir. The current time is 8 hours 8 minutes and 6 seconds. The current date is 15/5/2020. Good evening, sir. Jarvis at your service. Please tell me, how can I help you?
Jarvis, what is the time now?
The current time is 8 hours 8 minutes and 28 seconds.
Jarvis, what is the date today?
The current date is 15/5/2020.
Jarvis, go offline. So as you can see, it is able to tell us the current time, date, and it is also able to quit the program. So in this video we will try to add a search functionality, if we say some string and we want it to our Jarvis assistant to search it on Wikipedia. So we are going to implement that thing now. So first of all we need to import or install this library, which is a Wikipedia library. So let me just try to put the command here. So I will do pip install Wikipedia. So it will install the Wikipedia library in my system, and I have already installed it on my system. So let me just try to copy the command from here, and I will just go at the top of the program and import this library, which is Wikipedia. So we'll type Wikipedia, and I will add the command for installing this library here. So you can use this command to install it on your system as well. So after doing that, what we want to do is we will create another elif statement, and in that elif statement we will add a string that will be Wikipedia, and if our query or our command contains Wikipedia in it, so it will go into this function which we will create now. So I will add Wikipedia here. So Wiki. So we will add Wikipedia here and we will do in query. So it will check the query for this string in it. So after that, what we will do is we will call the speak function which we created, and we want our AI assistant to speak that it is searching, and our AI assistant first of all will get the string and it will search speak searching, and after that we want our query which we will get through our take command function, and we'll do query equals to query dot replace, and we will replace the word Wikipedia in it. So we only want to search the specific word. For example, we want to search Python, so our phrase will be search on Wikipedia, or Jarvis search on Wikipedia Jarvis. So it will like search the string Jarvis or Python on the Wikipedia, and it will return us the value. So we want to replace this string which will be Wikipedia. We'll do the Wikipedia and we will replace it with the blank string. So we will be removing the word Wikipedia from our sentence basically, and in the result we will create a result variable. In the result variable, what we will do is do Wikipedia dot summary. So it will return us the summary of our search, and we will do, first of all we want to search our query which we will be getting after replacing this Wikipedia word from it, and we will do sentence. So we want to get the second sentence from our results, so we'll do sentence equals to 2. So it will return the second sentence of the result after searching it. So we will first of all try to print this thing, our result. We will try to print the result, as well as we want our Jarvis AI assistant to speak the result for us. So we will also call the speak function again, and we will pass the result variable here. So it will try to show us the result of this thing, or of this Wikipedia search. So let me just try to save it, and let's just try to run it and see if it is working or not.
Welcome back, sir. The current time is 8 hours 14 minutes and 35 seconds. The current date is 15/5/2020. Good evening, sir. Jarvis at your service. Please tell me, how can I help you?
Search on Wikipedia Python.
Searching. Python is an interpreted, high-level, general-purpose programming language. Created by Guido van Rossum and first released in 1991, Python's design philosophy emphasizes code readability with its notable use of significant wiki space.
Search on Wikipedia Artificial Intelligence.
Searching. In computer science, artificial intelligence, AI, sometimes called machine intelligence, is intelligence demonstrated by machines, in contrast to the natural intelligence displayed by humans and animals. Leading AI textbooks define the field as the study of intelligent agents, any device that perceives its environment and takes actions that maximize its chance of successfully achieving its goals.
Go offline, Jarvis. So as you guys can see, it is able to search on Wikipedia as well. So this course is getting more interested now. So now in the next upcoming videos, we will be seeing how we can send emails using our Jarvis AI assistant. So stay tuned with our course. So let's move to the next session.
Welcome back, sir. The current time is 8 hours 14 minutes and 35 seconds. The current date is 15. 5. 2020. Good evening, sir. Jarvis at your service. Please tell me, how can I help you?
Search on Wikipedia Python.
Searching. Python is an interpreted, high-level, general-purpose programming language. Created by Guido van Rossum and first released in 1991, Python's design philosophy emphasizes code readability with its notable use of significant wiki space.
Search on Wikipedia Artificial Intelligence.
Searching. In computer science, artificial intelligence, AI, sometimes called machine intelligence, is intelligence demonstrated by machines, in contrast to the natural intelligence displayed by humans and animals. Leading AI textbooks define the field as the study of intelligent agents, any device that perceives its environment and takes actions that maximize its chance of successfully achieving its goals.
Go offline, Jarvis. So as you guys saw, our AI assistant is able to search on Wikipedia as well. So in this video, we will try to add a email feature, or yes, sending email feature using our Jarvis assistant, and we will be implementing that feature in this video. So for that, we will be using a library called SMTP-lib. So using that library, we can easily use our email to send emails through our Jarvis AI assistant. So now first of all, we need to import this library, which is smtplib. For that, we will go at the top of our program and import smtplib. So it is a built-in module in Python, so we don't need to install it externally. So we will import this library, and what we will do is, so first of all, we will create an function for this, for sending this email. So I will just come back here before the main function, and I will create a send email function. So I will do send email, and I will name it as send email, and we will use this function to send email to our receiver. So we will pass two parameters here, that will be true, and that will contain the receiver's email ID, and we will also add content. So the content of, or this the content what we want to send to the user, we will add it here, and in this we will create a variable named server, and in this server variable we will do smtp lib dot smtp, and in here we will first of all give it smtp dot gmail.com. So we are going to use our Gmail account to send this email. So we are going to use smtp.gmail.com, and we also need to provide the port which we are going to use. So Gmail usually uses 587 port, and after that we will do server.echo, and also after it we will do server.start ttls. It is a predefined function in the smtp lib, which will be we will need to send the email, and we also need to do server.login. These two line of code will be used for checking the connection with the smtp of Gmail, and after that we will do server.login. So we will log in into our account here. So we will first of all pass a string here. So in this string we need to provide our Gmail account. So I'm not going to enter my Gmail account here, so you can add your Gmail account here. So for example, it is abc@gmail.com, and we will separate it by comma, and you can add your password here. So for example, it is 123, and you can add your password here. And in the next line we will do server.send. So first of all we need to log in into our Gmail account, and after that we will do server.send mail. So it will try to send our mail. So first of all we need to give the our email ID here. So that was ab@gmail.com, and we want to separate it with commas, and we want to give our recipient address. So we want to add our variable which we are getting, which is 2, and we want our content to be passed here. Whatever we are going to code it in the main function, we will get the content from our main function. And after that at the end of this function, I am going to create a server dot close. So it will close our session from this SMTP lib. And after doing that, we will go into our main function, and we will create another elif statement for checking for our send email function. So we will do we will pass a string send email. If our command contains send email, then it should send the email using this send email function which we created now. So in this function, first of all we will do try. We will create a try catch block or try accept block, and we will do try. We want our AI assistant to ask for our message or the content of the email. So we will do try, and in script we will pass the string what should I say, and our AI assistant will ask us the content or what message or what email we want to send. And after that we will do get the content. So we'll do content equals to take command. We'll call the take command function here. So using this function we will get the content of our email. And after that we will do we will call our send email function which we created. So we'll do send email take command function, and after that we need to create a recipient email. So we can add our recipient email here. So I will add xyz@gmail.com, and you can add your recipient's email here, and we can call this email function which we created. And in here we can pass these two variables which we are getting here, the receiver's email and the content which we will get through the take command function. So after the email is sent, we want our AI assistant to tell us that the email was successfully sent. So we will do email. We will call the speak function and pass a string that will be email has been sent. So send. And after this we will create an exception block. We'll do accept exception as e, and we will print the exception what we are getting. And we will again call our speak function, and we want our AI assistant to let us know that it was unable to send this email. So we will do unable to send the email. So that's it for now. So if we run this function and if we tell it to send email, so it will try to get the command or whatever message we want to say or tell it. So let me just try to show you a demo of it, but I am not going to add my email here, but you can easily add your email and the recipient email here, and you can try it yourself. And you also need to enable the less secure apps in your Gmail account. So I will be leaving a link to that in the resources part, and you can go there and add your go to the less secure app and activate the less secure app in your Gmail. And let me just add your the content what we are getting. So we will just try to get the content. We want our AI assistant to tell us the content for now, and I will just try to comment this line, and I will save it and I will run it.
Welcome back, sir. The current time is 8 hours 30 minutes and 6 seconds. The current date is 15/5/2020. Good evening, sir. Jarvis at your service. Please tell me, how can I help you?
Jarvis, send email.
What should I say?
This is a test email.
This is a test email.
Go offline, Jarvis. So as you guys can see, it is able to send the email as well. So I have not added my email and credentials here, but you can easily add your email credentials and you can try it yourself. So let's just move to the next session of this course. So in the previous session, we have created this email sending function, and we are able to send emails using our AI assistant. So now in this video I will be adding another feature of searching on Chrome. So for that we will create another ellipse statement here. So let me just try to add an ellipse statement here, and in it we want to search if the string is if the string contains search in Chrome. In query, so if the user gives the command to search in Chrome, so our AI assistant first of all will ask us what it should search. So we'll add a speak function here, and we will pass what should I search, and our AI assistant will ask us. And after that, what we want to do is exactly we want our AI assistant to open our Chrome browser and search the text inside the Chrome browser or the command and search it on the Chrome browser. So for that we need to import another library which is web browser. So we'll go at the top of our program and import web browser, and we will create an variable of it as wb, and we will import the web browser as wb. And after going into the main function inside our ellipse statement of search in Chrome, we will add our Chrome path for. So let me just create an variable which will be Chrome path, and this variable will contain the path of our exe file of the Chrome browser. So let me just copy my exe file path here and I will paste it here. So you can find the file path in the program files in the Google Chrome application, and we need to get the exe file. And after that we want our AI assistant to get the thing from the user or the search parameter from the user. So for that we will create another variable which will be search equals to, and we will call the take command function here, and in the take command function we will do dot lower, so it will convert the command into the lowercase. And after doing that we want to open the browser. So for that we will do wb.get, and in here we will pass the Chrome path variable which we created. So it will get the Chrome path from here and open the Chrome browser, and dot open, we will do dot open in open new tab, and it will open a new tab for us, and we want it to pass the search here, search, and at the same time we want it to concatenate with another string which will be .com. So if our user says YouTube, so it should automatically add .com in the end of this thing. So let me just try to save this thing, and we will try to run this thing and see if it is working or not. So let me just try to remove some spaces from here, and we will save it, and I will just save it and run it.
Welcome back, sir. The current time is 8 hours 39 minutes and 3 seconds. The current date is 15/5/2020. Good evening, sir. Jarvis at your service. Please tell me, how can I help you?
Search in Chrome,
What should I search?
YouTube. So as you guys can see, it has opened youtube.com for me. So let me just try to show you search. Let's search some other thing for now. So search in Chrome, search in Chrome,
What should I search?
Google. So as you guys can see, it has opened google.com in my Chrome browser. So let me just try to close this program. Jarvis, go offline. So it has successfully able to search in the Chrome browser and open tabs for me. So that was it for this session. So let's move to the next video. So in the previous video, we have created this search in Chrome functionality for our AI assistant. So in this video, we will try to add some another functionality of logging out from our system using the Jarvis AI assistant, and we will add some other functionality as well, like shutting down the system and restarting the computer as well. So let me just try to import a library which is OS. So it is a built-in function or built-in library in Python which is OS. So we will do import OS, and using it we can perform many operations. We can perform many operations on our AI assistant. So let me just try to add another elif statement here, and in this elif statement we will add, if the user said restart or logout, we'll do it for the logout, and we'll do logout in query if the user query contains logout word in it. So our AI assistant should do os.system and we will pass a string here. We will do shut down -l, so it will lock our system. So let me just save this, or let me just copy this thing for the restart and shutdown as well. So we just need to change the things here. So we will do shutdown if the user commands our AI assistant to shut down the system. So our system should shut down. So let me just change the string here. So we will do /s/t1. So it will shut down our system, and if we want to restart our system, so for that we'll do restart, and we'll pass restart here, and we will change the string here, which will be /r/t1. so it will restart our computer. So I will be not trying these two functions for now, but I will show you the output of the logout function. And for that, let me just save it. And please keep in mind that if you are using this command of shutdown and restart, and if any important file is open, then it will not save the files and it will forcefully shut down the computer. So just keep that in mind before using these two commands of restart and shutdown. You can use the logout command so you won't lose any data or files from your computer. So let me just save it and I will try to run it.
Welcome back, sir. The current time is 8 hours 47 minutes and 23 seconds. The current date is 15/5/2020. Good evening, sir. Jarvis at your service. Please tell me, how can I help you?
Jarvis, logout. So as you guys can see, it has logged out of my system. And so in the previous video, we have created this logout, shutdown and restart function, and unfortunately I lost the clip after I said logout, and it just logged me out from the system and it didn't save the footage of logging out. So sorry for that. But so in this video we will create another function to play music or sound from our file. So for that, first of all, we will create another elif statement, and in this elif statement we will add play songs, and if the string contains play songs, then we'll do in query. Then we want our AI assistant to play the music for us. So for that, I will add the path of my music directory here. So songs underscore dir. The directory of my songs is in the string format, so I will put d:\mu. So here are my all music files. So after that, we want our songs or music songs equals to os.list dir, and it will return us the string or the list of the, what you can say, the songs in it. So it will return us the list of the songs which are present in this directory. And after doing that, we want our os.start file. We'll call this function. So it will start the music files in here. So we'll do os.path.join, and we will join the path of our, what you can say, our directory, which is song directory, which we created the variable, and we want it to play the first song in it. So we want to do songs dot. So basically it is returning us a list of the songs. So we want the 0th element or the first element in the folder to be played, and we want our AI assistant to play the songs from this directory. So let me just try to save it, and let's just try to test it if it is working or not. So first of all, we created an directory or a variable where the folder path is given where our songs are present, and after that we added all the songs in this songs variable, in which we are getting all the names of the songs, and after that we are starting the file, or we are playing the songs and playing the songs at the 0th index. So let me just try to save it and run it for you.
Welcome back, sir. The current time is 8 hours 56 minutes and 7 seconds. The current date is 15/5/2020. Good evening, sir. Jarvis at your service. Please tell me, how can I help you?
Jarvis, play songs. So as you guys can see, it is able to like, so as you guys can see, it has played the songs for me. So let me just try to close it. Go offline, Jarvis. So as you can see, it is able to like play the songs as well. So let's move to the next session and see what is coming up next. So in the previous video, we added this feature of playing songs into our AI assistant. So in this video, we will be doing a really cool thing. So I will be adding a remember function into our AI assistant. So for example, I want my AI assistant to remember whatever I said it, and it should remember it. And whenever I need the AI assistant to like tell me what did you remember, so it should tell us whatever we said it to remember. So let me just try to add another elif statement. So in this elif statement, we will be passing the string that will be remember that. So remember that and in here we'll do in query. So if this text is in the query or the command, so it will run this part. So first of all, we need to get the Jarvis AI assistant to speak that what should I remember. So our AI assistant will ask us to what should it remember. And after that, we will create a variable which will be, what you can say, data. We'll create a variable data, and in that variable we will call the take command function, and we will take the command from the user. And after that, what we will do, we will try to save this data into a file. So we will create another variable which will be remember, and in that variable we will do open, and we will open a file. So we will do data.txt. So we will create a txt file and save the data into that file. So we want to write the data into this file. So we also need to create this file first. So I will first of all do remember dot write. So we will write the data which we are getting from the user and save it into this text file. And whenever we want our AI assistant to tell this or whatever we said to remember, so we can get the text from this file. So what we will do now is we will do remember dot close. So we will first of all we will open the file which is data.txt, and it will be in a write format, and we will write the data into it, and after that we will close it at the end of this. And We will also be adding some another speak function here. So we will add another speak function, and we want our AI assistant to repeat the words what we said it to remember. So we will do you said me to remember, and we will concatenate the string which is data here. So it will speak you said me to remember that. We'll add a that here, and after that it will repeat the words what we said it to remember, and it will finally open up a file which is data.txt and save the data into it and close that file. So let me just try to create a file here which will be data.txt. Okay, data.txt, and after creating this file I will close it, and there is nothing in this file, and I will just save it for now, and we will try to run it and see if it works or not.
Welcome back, sir. The current time is 10 hours 20 minutes and 5 seconds. The current date is 15/5/2020. Good evening, sir. Jarvis at your service. Please tell me, how can I help you?
Jarvis, remember that
What should I remember?
I have put my keys in the bag.
You said me to remember that I have put my keys in the bag.
Go offline, Jarvis. So now we will check the data.txt file if it has right the data what we said it to remember. So as you can see, it has saved the data into this file which is data.txt, and now what we want to do is we want to create another elif statement, and if we want to ask our AI assistant to for like do you know anything, so it should tell us or read the data from this data.txt file and tell us. So let me just create this another elif statement here. So I will do elif, and in this elif statement I will pass a string that will be do you know anything. So it will, if we ask our AI assistant that do you know anything, so it will, we will open the file which we created which was data.txt. we'll do remember equals to open, and we will open the data.txt file in the read format. So we will do data.txt, and we will add the we will open it in read only format, and we will read the data from it, and we will call the speak function, and in this speak function we will add a string that will be you said me to remember that I need to remove this one e from here, and we will concatenate the text from here. So that will be remember, and we will call a function which is read. So we will read the data from here. So all the data will be read it from the file, and the Jarvis AI assistant will speak the data which is present in the file. So let me just try to save it, and we will try to run it. So
welcome back, sir. The current time is 10 hours 23 minutes and 41 seconds. The current date is 15/5/2020. Good evening, sir. Jarvis at your service. Please tell me, how can I help you?
Jarvis, do you know anything?
You said me to remember that I have put my keys in the bag.
So as you guys can see, it is successfully able to recognize our voice and also able to remember things. So it was a really cool thing. So let's move to the next session of this course. So in the previous video, we added this really cool feature using that the Jarvis AI assistant is able to remember things. So let me show you a demo of it.
Welcome back, sir. The current time is 10 hours 20 minutes and 5 seconds. The current date is 15/5/2020. Good evening, sir. Jarvis at your service. Please tell me, how can I help you?
Jarvis, remember that
What should I remember?
I have put my keys in the bag.
You said me to remember that I have put my keys in the bag.
Go offline, Jarvis. So now we will check the data.txt file if it has right the data what we said it to remember. So as you can see, it has saved the data into this file, which is data.txt. Jarvis, do you know anything?
You said me to remember that I have put my keys in the bag.
So as you guys can see, it is able to remember things as well. So in this video, I will be adding another feature into our AI assistant. So for example, we want our AI assistant to take a screenshot of our screen. So for that, we will create another function. So first of all, we need to install this library called PyAutoGUI. So for that, we will need to use this command, which is pip install PyAutoGUI, and using this library we can take a screenshot of our screen. So I have already installed it, and if you will use this command, so it will be installed on your system as well. So let me just try to import this library at the top of my program. So I will do import PyAutoGUI, and I will add the command here for installing this library into your system. And after that, what I will do is I will create another function for taking the screenshot for us. So before the main function, we will create another function which we will name as screenshot. And in this function, first of all, we will create an variable which we will name it as img, and it will be equals to PyAutoGUI.screenshot. So it is a pre-built function in this library using which we can take screenshots. And what we will do is we will do image dot save. So it will save the image in our current folder, and if we will ask our AI assistant to take screenshot, then it will take the screenshot of our screen and save it into this folder. So, and in the screenshot function, we also need to add this string here. So what this string means is we are giving the path where we want to save our file, and we are also passing the name of the file as well. So I have given the file name as ss.png, so it will save it here where we are creating this AI assistant. So what we will do is we will save it, and we'll go into our main function, and we will add another elif statement here. So we'll add elif if our user says, if our user's command contains screenshot in it, so it should call this screenshot function. So we'll do screenshot and in query. So we'll call the screenshot function here. So after that, we will add a speak function, and we want our AI assistant to tell us that it has taken the screenshot. So it will tell us that done. It should say done after taking the screenshot. So we will save this program, and let me try to run it and see if it is working or not. So
Welcome back, sir. The current time is 7 hours 55 minutes and 20 seconds. The current date is 16/5/2020. Good evening, sir. Jarvis at your service. Please tell me, how can I help you?
Jarvis, take a screenshot.
Done.
So let me just go into my folder and check it if it has taken the screenshot or not. So let me just try to open this image. So as you guys can see, it has taken the screenshot of our screen. So let me just try to close our program. So that was it for this session. So let's move to the next session. So in the previous session, we have added this feature of taking a screenshot into our AI assistant. So in this video, we will add another feature into our AI assistant that will be like, if you want to get our CPU usage as well as the battery percentage which we are having on our laptop, so we can easily use our AI assistant to get what battery percentage we have and what is the CPU usage. So for that, we are going to use this external library which is called psutil. So for that, we need to do pip install psu. So it will help us to get our CPU usage as well as our battery and many more things. You can go to the official documentation of this psutil library. I will leave it in the resources section, so you can go there and see it yourself and add many more features into it. So I have already installed it on my system. I will go at the top of my program and I will just import it into our program, and I will do ps util and I will add the command to installing this here. So let me just try to add it. So after that, we will again come back here before our main function and again create another function for getting the CPU usage for us. So that will be def CPU, and we will add some code here. So first of all, we will create a variable which we will name it as usage. So it will give us the CPU usage for it will give us the CPU usage. So for first of all, we will we need to convert this value to str. So I will add an str, and in that str I will call this function which is psutil dot CPU underscore percentage. So it will return us the CPU percentage at what it is running right now. So we will get it in a string format, so our AI assistant is easily able to like speak it whenever we call our AI assistant to show the CPU usage or something like that. Or whenever we start our AI assistant, we can add it there as well in the wish me function, and we can call this CPU function in the wish me function. So it will, whenever it will start our AI assistant, it will also give us the update about the CPU usage as well as the battery percentage which we are having on our laptop. So let me just try to add a speak function here. So using that speak function, our AI assistant will tell us, I'll pass a string that will be CPU is at, and we will concatenate the usage of our CPU in here. So both are strings, so it will easily concatenate this thing. But if we don't typecast this psutil dot percentage into str, so it won't print anything. It will show us some error. So after that, what we want next is we want to get the battery percentage. So for that we will create another variable which we will name it as battery, and which will be equals to psutil dot sensor battery. So it will return us a list of things in here related to our battery percentage and all. So we can't typecast this thing because it is a list. So for that we are going to add a speak function here, and in that we will we want our AI assistant to tell us battery is at, and we want our AI assistant to speak the percentage of what it is running our battery. So we will do battery, the variable dot percentage. So it will return us the percentage of the battery usage. So let me just try to save this thing, and we will go back into our main function, and I have commented this line. I will uncomment this line, and we will go down in our main function, and I will add another elif statement. In this elif statement, what I will do is I will add a string that will be, if our user uses a string in which CPU it contains CPU, so we will call this CPU function which we created. So we will do CPU and we will call the function. So it will tell us about the usage of our battery percentage and the CPU usage. So let me just try to save it, and let's try to run it.
Welcome back, sir. The current time is 8 hours 16 minutes and 44 seconds. The current date is 16/5/2020. Good evening, sir. Jarvis at your service. Please tell me, how can I help you?
Jarvis, what is the CPU usage?
Cup is at 68.1. Battery is at 76.
Go offline, Jarvis. So as you can see, it is able to return us the CPU usage using this function. I think I misspelled something, so it should be CPU. I misspelled it with the cup. So that was it for this session. So let's move to the next session. So in the previous session, we have added this feature of getting the CPU and the battery percentage using our AI assistant. So in this video, we will be adding another feature into our AI assistant, that will be, if we want our AI assistant to tell us some jokes, so it will be able to tell us a joke using this library which I will be using, that is Pi jokes. So for that we need to install it first. So for that I will use pip install Pi jokes. So it will install this library on my system. So I will be using this library to get jokes from the internet. So I will come at the top of my program, and I will import this library which is Pi jokes. After that I will come down before my main function, and I will try to create another function for telling us the jokes. So I will create a function and name it as joke. And in this function what we will do is we will call our speak function, and in that speak function we want to get the jokes from our PyJoke library. For that I will add PyJokes dot get underscore joke. So it will fetch some joke from this library and it will return us to this speak function which we have created, and it will speak the joke for us. And after that I will just save it and move down into our main function, and before I will add another elif statement here. So I will add elif statement, and in that if our user says tell me a joke or the command contains joke word in it, so our AI assistant should check it, and if it is there so it should call this joke function which we created. So let me just try to save it and see whether this thing is working or not. So let me just try to run it.
Welcome back, sir. The current time is 8 hours 23 minutes and 9 seconds. The current date is 16/5.